Kevin Durant can take on the Monstars, aka the Goon Squad, with just 4 players, and it'll be a 4-on-5 matchup. Kevin Durant's team is gonna win. I don't care who. I don't care who the Goon Squad Monstars get on their team that's playing now. You can get players from the NBA and WNBA. You can put LeBron James on that Goon Squad team, and I think Kevin Durant is going to be able to lead the Toon Squad. Okay. All right. Well, maybe if you don't put LeBron James on that team, but you get what I'm saying. Kevin Durant, man, played phenomenal today, man. That was. Wow, that was a brilliant performance. I really don't know where I would rank that performance all time in playoff history, because I mean, like, I've been watching playoff games for over 20 years. Okay, so I didn't see a lot of performances. So I'm not gonna sit here and debate and be like that was the most phenomenal playoff performance ever. It was top 10, top 5. I don't know, but I'm just enjoying the moment, and I thought that was a great performance. Great job, Mr. Kevin Durant. Once again, you proved to the world that you are, well, not prove, you showed the world once again why you are the greatest player in the NBA right now. Okay? Nobody else is greater than Kevin Durant right now. Nobody. I like Kawhi Leonard. He's dope. Let me see who else. Devin Booker is doing a real great job, but right now it's Kevin Durant. It's KD, man. But, this game here, a lot of people talking about it's a legacy thing, because Kyrie Irving is hurt, James Harden is hurt. But, listen, that, we got to stop saying, well, he has to prove that he can do it without being on a super team. Let me tell you something about Kevin Durant, all right? Even though he went to the Golden State Warriors, and see, the only reason why I did not like that move because it interferes with my Houston Rockets. All right, they were in my Rockets' way. But other than that, I'm not gonna knock that move, because think about this: when we're playing for years, if you played basketball or any other sport at school or whatever, and you have team captains and you have the chance to pick, you are picking the best players that you can possibly pick. Why? So that way you can win. Nobody ever said, oh man, that's weak, that's weak. No, you pick who you pick. All right? And here's the thing. So imagine, okay, let's take one of the all-time famous rap groups ever, NWA. Got Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, Eazy-E, okay, DJ Yella, MC Ren, all right, and the DOC. All right, that's an all-star lineup. That's a superstar rap group, okay? Superstar rap group, all right? Let's say Jay-Z joins that group. Or let's say Tupac joined that group, okay? And Tupac became the lead rapper for NWA. All right? Let's say that happened. So are we going to say that's a weak move on Tupac because he joined a super group? No, listen. He joined the super group and became the leader. You follow what I'm saying? Let's take this to let's say R&B. All right. Let's say one of the greatest all time groups. Okay, let's see. Okay, Jackson 5. All right. Let's say Prince joined the Jackson 5 and became the lead singer of the Jackson 5. And the lead guitarist of the Jackson 5, and wrote all the music for the Jackson 5. All right, you get what I'm saying? Or let's say, Michael Jackson joined the Revolution and became the lead singer of the Revolution. Well, you're not gonna say, well, Michael Jackson just rode on the coattails of the Revolution. You're gonna be like, well, hey man, Michael Jackson joined the Revolution and became the leader of the Revolution. All right. Oh, okay. Let's go with rock and roll. Okay. Let's say that what's a famous rock and roll singer? I'm trying to think. All right. You remember Axl Rose, Guns N' Roses? Okay. Let's say if Axl Rose Let's say if he joined, you know what? I take that back. Let's say that Steven Tyler joined Guns N' Roses, and guess what? Steven Tyler became the lead singer of Guns N' Roses. Oh, well, he's not jumping off them. Or Steven Tyler joined the Beatles and became the lead singer of the Beatles. you feel me? So Kevin Durant joining the Warriors, yeah. When he got to the Warriors, he was the best player on that team still, and he won the two Finals MVPs. All right. So, and also that would be like that would be like what's another one? Let's go with some comics here. Let's say that's like Superman joining the Avengers. Well, he's clearly the most powerful superhero in the Avengers, right? Even if he joined the Avengers, okay. All right, so you understand. So saying that Kevin Durant needs to prove that he can't do it on his own, that's something that it's all, that's something that suckers use, man. That's what weak-minded people use. Like, whenever it's something that they do not like, they're like, oh, well, or something that they're jealous of that they cannot do. Then be like, well, how about you do this? You take away that, Like if you watch the movie Captain Marvel, at the end, Jude Law's character, he said, okay, how about you fight me? But fight me straight up. You can't use your powers. Don't use your powers. Be real. And in a lot of situations, people will fall into debate and fall into that trap and not use their powers. And then now you're stooping yourself down to your opponent's level. No, you're supposed to use your leverage. Okay? So in the movie, Brie Larson's character, Captain Marvel, she was like, okay. And then, bam, she used her powers and just blasted them all over the place. That's why I'm like, okay, thank you. You was blessed. You was gifted with those powers for a reason. Use them, or you might lose them. Okay, but Kevin Durant, man, was phenomenal. 49 points, 17 boards, 10 assists. He was out there playing defense on Chris Middleton. Giannis didn't even bother to guard KD. But this dude here, man, that was a brilliant performance. Like that shot that he made towards the end, that 3-pointer. It made me think about, as soon as he made that shot, I said, okay, so that's why Kyrie Irving said in that podcast in the last summer, he said, well, playing with Kevin Durant, this is the first time that I'm on a team where I trust the other player to make a big clutch shot outside of myself. So that's why I'm like, wow, that was big, because, of course, Kyrie Irving played with the great LeBron James, right? Man, that shot that KD made, it goes to show you that's why he's that dude. That's why Kyrie Irving said that. But man, like these Brooklyn Nets, I'm glad they stepped up and they played the way they played and they won this game because, hey, I've been having my hopes up initially it was for Lakers versus Nets NBA Finals. Well, the Lakers, they're eliminated, of course. But in my episode where I talked about that, I said that I will like for if it's not the Lakers, then I think it's going to be the Clippers versus the Nets. And the Clippers, they're 2-2 with the Utah Jazz. So I think right now, hey, it's still got a chance for that finals prediction to come true. All right. But, man, KD, man, Slim Reaper, man, man. See, when KD plays like that, it makes me think, man, I wish he would have came to the Houston Rockets instead of the Golden State Warriors. That's me. But that was a great game. And shout out to James Harden, man. Playing on that hamstring, played 46 minutes. I mean, he only had 5 points, but he had 8 assists, 6 rebounds. I mean, he still found a way to contribute to the game. And that's the thing, man. I remember Kobe Bryant had mentioned something along the lines where somebody asked him about a hamstring injury. And Kobe Bryant had said, well, the way I look at it, would a hamstring injury stop me from running upstairs to save my daughters, to save my children if the house was on fire? And he said, hell no. So I'm going to go out there and play. And I'm going to give him all, and I'm going to see what I can contribute. And that's what James Harden did. That's what he did, and that's what I'm like. A lot of people were like saying, he shouldn't play. Listen, you got to understand, man. They might not get this far next year in the playoffs. You don't know what's gonna happen. All right, we're not promised tomorrow. We always talk about athletes dying on the field or dying on the court or whatever, dying on the diamond or on the ice, and we use that as a figurative of speech. But hey, a pulled hamstring is not the same as dying. Okay, James Harden, he went out there, he contributed the best way he knew how to contribute to, and he played some solid defense in the post. You saw there a few times you would think Giannis would back him down, but he made Giannis fade away. Good post defense. If Harden doesn't play in that game, guess what? Giannis scores on that bucket. All right, so but Jeff Green played real good. I mean, he 27 points. So this was a big win for the Brooklyn Nets. All right, big win. If you're the Milwaukee Bucks, man, that's the thing with Milwaukee. Like, even though Giannis had 34 points and 12 rebounds and 4 assists, he took about 6 or 7 3-pointers. I don't even care if he makes them. Like, you let your defender off the hook when you shoot 3-pointers, Giannis. You need to just dominate in the paint. Keep going to the basket. Because guess what? You could tell anybody who was guarding him on the Brooklyn Nets team, they did not want to guard him when he was heading toward the basket. They was like, oh boy, here we go. Because they know Giannis is throwing his body around. But if he's taking the 3-pointer, they're like, oh, thank you, Giannis. Hey, so maybe he'll do something different. He'll get back to try to just dominating in the paint on Game 6, because that's what they're going to need from him. But, yeah, KD did the thing, people. He did the thing. I mean, what's amazing? Like, next week, people are going to still have questions whether or not if Kevin Durant is the greatest basketball player in the world. And if you still do, shame on you. For real. But anyways, share your thoughts, comment below. Let me know whether or not, hey, if you thought this performance here solidified Kevin Durant as the greatest basketball player in the world, or did you already feel like he was the greatest basketball player in the world before this game, or you just don't see Kevin Durant as the greatest basketball player in the world just yet for some reason. Share your thoughts below. I'm very interested in hearing it. Hit the like button and that subscribe button, and thank y'all for tuning in. Student of the game. Peace.